What is up, YouTube? It's RSmario here, bringing you another Pokemon Sun and Moon video. Okay, alright, so yeah, so the demo just came out in Japan. If I'm talking a little quietly, it's 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I go to work tomorrow. I was going to sleep, and then all this stuff started happening. So, crap. But yeah, so the demo leaked in Japan. Oh, it didn't leak. It came out in Japan, and of course, data miners went in and they mined the data, and they got all the Pokemon, all the Ultra Beasts, all the Lowland Pokes, the starter evolutions. They got everything. Only thing they didn't get was like some information about locations and all the new moves, stuff like that. They didn't get most of that information because from what I heard, there's quite a few new moves in the game, but they got everything else though. So I'm gonna run through a few smaller things, and then I'm gonna get to the big stuff. Um, so this one right here, the Met locations, is something that's pretty interesting here because it gives us some pretty good implications about what's going on. One, mystery zone. That is a huge deal because more than likely mystery zone is where you're gonna go to fight the Ultra Beasts. So if there is a met location, which means this is the location where you met a specific Pokemon, and it's in the mystery zone, more than likely you can catch the Ultra Beasts. And there are actually shiny sprites of the Ultra Beasts, so yeah, they're catchable. And so the theory that I was gonna put out this Saturday was that the Ultra Beasts weren't catchable. I guess that's not true now. So of course they have Faraway Place, which will probably be for ORAS Pokemon or possibly events. We have Hau'oli City. So this is the city that you get to in the demo. So I was watching through Shofu's demo, and this is the name of the city in the demo. The shopping district, the marina, and 10 Carat Hill are all locations in the city. So when I was watching the demo on Shofu's channel, there was some grass, in like these fenced-in areas in the town. And so I believe though that tall grass, you can actually go in to catch Pokemon. So you'll actually be able to catch Pokemon in the cities in Alola, which is interesting. And then of course from the Kalos region, that's trading from X and Y. Okay, so this one's an interesting one too about the Z moves. So Z moves are not like a fifth move. They're actually power-ups to other moves that you have. So say when you use the Z Crystal, you activate the Z power, and then you use Thunder Shock. The Z move will basically piggyback on Thunder Shock, and the base power of the Z move will depend on whatever move you use. So if it's Thunder Shock, it's gonna be a little bit lower than if you use, say, Thunderbolt or Thunder or something bigger than that. So the power of the Z move is determined by what move you use with the Z move. And of course, in the demo they have Giga Vault Havoc, which is the electric Z move. So then we get to the juicy stuff. So right off the bat, the starters, the Chinese leaks are real, which I was kind of afraid of. There was an article earlier today that was talking about a dude who signed, Junichi Masuda actually signed a bit of fan art from a fan that was the Chinese leaks, and he did it legitly. So I mean that kind of confirmed that these were the legit starter Pokemon. But yeah, these are definitely real. I'm definitely Team Rowlet now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know. I mean, you guys can have that big Hulk Hogan, Roman Reigns, Tony the Tiger looking fool in the corner over there. But yeah, I'm on Team Rowlet now. And we also have the signature moves for the starters. So for for the so for the fire starter, it's throat chop. I'm not sure if this is a dark move, a fighting move, or a fire move. More than likely, it's a fighting or dark move. And basically, the Pokemon can't use any moves based on sound for 2 turns. So that's pretty interesting. Then of course we have Popplio's evolution. Its move is Aurora Veil, which basically gives you dual screens for 5 turns. You know, so if you ever fought a Mr. Mime and Mr. Mime puts up dual screens, this one puts up both of them at the same time. And of course, Rowlet's his evolution special move is Laser Focus. So basically, whatever move he uses after he uses Laser Focus is automatically a critical hit, which is kinda broken. Next big piece of news is these things. So around the internet, people have been calling these pre-evolutions of Solgaleo and Lunala, and of course the little gray one over here is Marshadow. These aren't. I don't think these are pre-evolutions, because remember they said that there were going to be alternate forms of these Pokemon. I'm thinking that's what these are. I think these are the dormant forms of, you know, the legendary Pokemon. I don't think these are pre-evos. I think this is their dormant form, and when they wake up, they go into their full power form. Think like Frieza when he was in his small form to conserve energy. Next we have. Oh, before I get into these, there is some bad news here. I should have said this at the beginning, but yeah, before we get into the rest of the Pokemon, there's gonna be spoilers. If you don't want to know, you know, turn back. But the biggest piece of bad news here that everyone seems to be complaining about now is there is roughly 80 Pokemon in the game. 80 new pokes. And trust me, I counted. There's roughly 80 new pokes. Pyukumuku and Kamala don't have evolutions. Yeah, it's kind of sad. But beyond that, the game is awesome. I'm still hyped for the game. I mean, because I think what X and Y only had like 70 new pokes, not counting Megas. So I mean, it's not too bad for me. I mean, I'm cool with that. But yeah, I think it's 80. It's a little over 80 new pokes with the of the Ultra Beasts, which we have here. These things look freaking sick. So there are 8 Ultra Beasts. That hell spawn in the corner. I don't know that. You know, some of these look cool, like the one with the cannon arm things. I'm not down with the one that's basically a power cord, but yeah, these look sweet. We have the Lowland Pokemon. So we see there's some new Lowland pokes. We see a Lowland Persian. It's just kind of like a fat cat. It looks. I mean, a lot of people say it looks kind of derpy. It kind of does. But the man of the hour is freaking a Lowland Trio. A Lowland Trio with the locks though. Over here looking like the freaking Freebirds out this piece. A Lowland Trio looks freaking sweet. I don't know what type it is. I don't know what's going on with it, but it gets Surfer Dude hair. It could be a water type. But yeah, it definitely gets Surfer Dude hair, so that's interesting. We have a Lowland Geodude, which looks like it goes either Rock Steel or Rock Electric. So that's new. Alright, so next we have some more Gen 7 pokes. We see that there is an evolution of Brawler, which is a big coconut crab. We see the evolutions for Pick and Peck, which eventually turn into a big toucan, which I don't know exactly how I feel about that, but I mean, it looks cool though. Yep, so we see Kamala does not have an evolution, which blows. Neither does Pyukumuku, so that's lame. There is an anchor Pokemon. More than likely, this is going to be a ghost steel type or possibly a water steel type. But it's an anchor. I'm thinking it's ghost steel, like some kind of like ghost ship left this anchor here. Um, let's see. Well, these are all shiny sprites as well. Of course, you know, Pyukumuku doesn't get an evolution, but freaking Wimpod does. And it's a beast. Look at this thing. It's ridiculous. This thing is ridiculous. Like, it goes from being this wimpy little, like, a horseshoe crab to this big freaking, like, monster thing. Of course, Mimikyu does not get an evolution either. We see the full evolutionary line of Jangmo-O, which was already revealed. We get to see Silvally, which was already revealed as the evolution of Type Null. We get this little dude right here. So this dude right here was actually leaked earlier today with the trading card game box for Japan. I'm thinking it's another sea urchin Pokemon. I thought it was an evolution of Pyukumuku, but it wasn't. You know, it could be. I don't know. But yeah, this thing looks freaking sick too. We see that. We see the evolution of Sandlit. That looks cool. The evolution of the little mushroom dude, which looks slightly terrifying for some reason. Again, speaking of slightly terrifying, we get this freaking thing. Like, it's a kind of like, I'm not sure if it's a bug water or bug steel or what it is. It could be bug dark, but it's some kind of demon spider from hell. Or this could be a Pokemon that you catch this could be something that's in the same region as the Ultra Beasts. You know, maybe this is where the, you know, caught in Mystery Zone comes into play here. Because this thing does not look earthly. But yeah, this is it. Yeah, I mean, so here's the thing. So it could be that this is all that was on the demo. Because they did say that there was a lot of blank space in the data mine, so it could be that, you know, this is just a little bit, or maybe, you know, a little bit of what they have so far. Maybe Nintendo was a bit smarter this time and didn't put everything on the demo like they did last time. But that's about it. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'm gonna try to go to sleep. Keep it real.